Just how handsome is Goblin Slayer? Even young girls blush at the sight of him. Guys can't help but feel their cheeks heat up too, the moment he takes off his helmet. Everyone in the hall is instantly smitten. A few days ago, Goblin Slayer was patrolling the ranch as usual, when he suddenly spotted countless goblin footprints. This was most likely a scouting mission by a goblin army, possibly led by a goblin lord. Goblin Slayer immediately went to find Cowgirl, and told her to flee with her uncle right away, but Cowgirl refused. She knew Goblin Slayer would definitely stay behind, so she wanted to remain by his side. After understanding her feelings, Goblin Slayer went straight to the Adventurers Guild. He bowed deeply and begged everyone for help. Everyone was shocked to see this. No one expected the lone wolf Goblin Slayer would ever ask others for a favor. Still, none of them were interested in hunting goblins. Just then, Spearman stepped forward and said adventurers didn't owe anyone free help. They only took on paid requests. So Goblin Slayer offered everything he owned as payment. That was enough to win the support of all the adventurers. Later, while the other adventurers held off the goblin army, Goblin Slayer went alone to face the Goblin Lord. Even though he fought with all his might, he couldn't withstand the Goblin Lord's terrifying power. In the end, the enraged Goblin Lord sent him flying, but not before he drove his short sword into the Goblin Lord's abdomen. Still, it barely seemed to affect the monster. Convinced the battle was over, the Goblin Lord wore a cruel, triumphant grin, and stomped on Goblin Slayer to vent his rage. But just as he was about to finish him off with an axe, a barrier suddenly appeared in front of him, freezing him in place. Priestess had arrived just in time. She trapped him using a sacred defensive wall. The short sword stuck in him dug deeper from the pressure, dealing a devastating blow to the Goblin Lord. Seeing his opponent was just a young girl, the Goblin Lord tried to act pitiful to gain sympathy, but Priestess didn't fall for it. She knew better than anyone that letting him go would only bring greater disaster to humanity. Before the Goblin Lord could finish begging for mercy, Goblin Slayer struck and killed him. And so, the great Goblin extermination battle finally came to an end. To celebrate this hard-won victory, everyone held a feast at the Adventurers Guild. Looking at Goblin Slayer's profile, Priestess shyly made a request.
その方がかっこいいと思いますよ。そうか。顔見たことないのに。だから運なんかじゃないです。絶対。そうか、そうだといいな。